Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for April 9, 2019. Today we're looking at the AUDUSD, the Australian versus the US dollar for today's trade analysis. Today we're starting on the weekly time frame. I've started on the larger time frame to get a long-term perspective for this currency pair first. You start out here and you can see that this currency pair for about a year now has been overall in a downtrend going back to February, March of 2018. You can see started all the way up here into the 8,000, 8,100 level at the very top of the trend and has moved down now into the 7,000, 7,100 range at the bottom right hand corner of the trend. So very interesting there. It is interesting. We've been studying the live trade room as well, this triangle pattern that you see here between the two black lines. Sure, we had this anomalous wick that stuck down here, but overall this area right around 7,000 has held as our support zone for quite some time. Kind of discounting and forgetting about that long wick that sits there. Let's zoom in a little bit here to the daily time frame. You can begin to get a more interesting perspective here, because on the daily, and I'm actually going to zoom it in one more time, you can see since this vertical green line on March 11th, so we're looking at almost a month ago, the market inside this black box, finding support at the green zone, congestion and support around the yellow zone, resistance at the blue zone, and then resistance all the way up here at the orange zone, 71.45, 71.60 is that orange zone. Again, you kind of zoom it out again, you can see that's where that black trend line of that falling pattern, the falling triangle pattern is as well. So the orange zone, 71.45.60, is very interesting to us. We have that black trend line coming there. We see historically in the past month or so resistance at this orange shaded area, and incidentally we see the 100 period simple moving average kind of parallel to the resistance zone, the orange zone, but somewhat coming down here and touching right here where the current market is. So trend line, moving average, resistance, the orange shaded area, all converging right here, right around 71.45. So it's an interesting level for us today. For anybody buying or looking to go long, it's a difficult place to do that right now. Buying and going long into and underneath that orange zone just at this moment seems to be a bit sketchy, because we've seen resistance here and resistance here, and so the possibility of seeing resistance here again is pretty high. So we need to be careful about buying right now. The only real good reason to buy this is that it finally breaks above this level and starts going higher, above the moving average, above the orange zone, above the trend line. We start moving back towards the pink zone at the top of the chart. So that's not happening. So as we look at it today, we'll look for clues and evidence that this is going to still find resistance here, turn around and go back down towards the blue zone as our closest support, and of course the yellow and the green zone would be the next two supports lower, and the green zone being the bottom of the range that we have highlighted with the black box. So we're really intently looking at this orange shaded area. Take it down to the 4-hour time frame, and you can see again we've challenged this a couple of times, so we need to be careful in having some high expectation quite yet that this is going to continue to go higher as long as it sits underneath that orange zone. So we're looking for really two things today. Number one, we're looking for some indication that it's going to break above the 71.60 level. If we can break above it and finally stay above it, we'll look for the market to continue to go higher. And on the opposite side of that, if the market doesn't do that and we see some sort of indication of selling pressure from this orange zone, let's say bearish engulfing, or inverted hammer shooting star style candlestick, something that infuses selling orders into the orange shade area, 71.45.60, then we might have increased confidence that we're looking for a reversal once again. So no real good reason to buy it. I think we're more likely looking for clues to resistance and reversal. It is also interesting at the same moment that we're talking about it, we'll look at in the live daily trade room, that the US dollar is finding support today, at least so far. It's been falling over the past day, but it's at support. So as the US dollar is at support and potentially goes back up, this would potentially find resistance and go back down. Something we'll talk about in the live trade room later today for the Australian dollar.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.